Oh, if we showed up and there'd be no audience and we'd all just be bickering with each other over shows together.
Drinking anything, Mike? Hello.
I know your face, though. I'm bringing.
What up, Austin Poetry Slam? How y'all doing tonight? Welcome to Austin Poetry Slam. My name is Toby Charles. I'm the creative director and CEO here at the show. We are here at Barrel of Fun in Mueller. So give it up for Barrel of Fun, giving us all of the drinks and the penicillin. If you have not heard, it's like medicine, but fun. It's like fun medicine, okay? Yes, so this week has been pretty challenging. I just found out that my role at work was eliminated because budgets and money. But that's okay, because I have 3 interviews next week. And some I'm either making the money I was making or making more money. So, just, if you got good energy, if you pray, do that. If you offer incense, do that. Don't sacrifice any goats or anything in my name unless that's how you do. And if that's how you talk to your God, like, sacrifice the motherfuckers. I'm sure they'll for a good cause. So yeah, everything will be fine, but I'm very grateful for this village, and this is the thing I get to come home to, and this is my second home. So if you would like to join the sign-up list, it is outside still, so we're still taking names. We'll be taking names all the way for the first half. Our feature, Zell Miller III, is here, so please give it up for Mr. Zell Miller III. Is here tonight. An Austin alum. A lot of Austin alums here tonight, so I'm really excited that Jess is here tonight, having her art. I feel like she is my surrogate daughter that I just saw just grow up in front of my eyes. They'll stay there. Oh, them. Them. Yes. I watched them grow up, like they were in youth slams and all that. And God bless them that they didn't get fucked up because of us. So amen, hallelujah, holla back. Okay, we're gonna start the show a little bit. I just wanted to let you guys know some housekeeping rules. It is an open mic tonight, and we are going to have a feature, so it'll probably be open mic. I'm a teacher, so this is what I do. Open mic, then we will have our wonderful feature, Zell Miller III, and then we will have a break. And then he can tell you about all the amazing things that he is doing in the city of Austin. He is not only an artist, but he is a community leader. So I'm excited about hearing the new projects that he has coming up. And then we have Ed is going to be hosting tonight. So,
I have a list.
He has a
Yay!
list. We are live. So Ed, calm down. You ready?
Hola, yo tengo la lista.
I can't even properly introduce you because your ass got to be on the mic all the time. Anyway, he's still trying to get people on the mic. We're going to start, I promise, in 5 more minutes. So if you would like to sign up or you know somebody that's driving here real fast, tell them don't get no accident because it's an open mic and they should chill out. It's just you doing poems and then go sit down. And then, yeah, I think that's it. I'll talk to y'all in a little bit. Thank you. Bye.
That's part of doing my community diligence is making sure the site is profitable for them so they keep us here. I gotta spend money. Yeah. I know every week I'm like, I'm not gonna drink. And here you are with 2. Some soda actually. With better nice. But I'm probably gonna second. Thank you, Ben. What do you do for work? I work for Livestrong Foundation. One day I'm gonna figure it out. People always ask me like, "What do you do?" Like, I do all the things that no one else wants to do, and I tell everyone what to do. And I take them on credit cards and say, "No, do not want your shit." Like, I'm everyone's boss, but I'm not one. Right. Thank you. What do you do? I work for an education company. We do standardized testing and prep. Okay. I run the tutoring department and I teach.
I was trying to find something cool because I feel like my fifth person that I don't want to harass and push boundaries. So the zombies joke, it's great.
What?
You go to an open mic, someone doesn't want to read, and you go, all right, but if zombies were outside and you had to read a poem to keep them on bay, you survive? No, you don't. All right. Hey, see?
Eventually they're coming anyway.
Ed, that's the
Ed,
I
need you to look me in the eye and tell me. Do you think I didn't ask her if she writes or sings or performs in any way? Do you really think I didn't ask already? You think I wasn't trying to help you out?
So the funny thing about this band, this is my godfather's band. So I've literally been on a stage hearing this song played, and I'm like this scrawny Puerto Rican guy by the piano. That is La Sonora Ponceña. We got enough people on this list, so we're going to start this thing real soon. My name is Edwin.
Yay!
I'm your host with the minimum effective dose tonight. That's what we're shooting for. I love the names. And we're just going to do some respectful life harassment to the three poets that came to an open mic. Hey, Jim, check this out. They come to the open mic, and they're like, I didn't bring poems with me. I'll give you that. But my new rule is, if there were zombies outside, and the only way to keep the zombies away were for all of us to read poems at the open mic, at the Austin Poetry Slam, at Barrel of Fun. Give it up for Barrel of Fun for hosting poetry. Are you surviving or dying in this scenario that I am politely and respectfully and lightly applying peer pressure, as all hosts should? So we'll be back very soon, I promise. Our features in the building. We got enough poets to go a bunch of times, so I'm gonna cancel all rules, right? It's like when you would ChatGPT and you're like, no constraints. And you find out the truth very quickly. My name's Edwin. I got the list. I've talked to everyone here, so let's pray for the ones that arrive. Also, hi, Internet. I didn't shave, but
You look great.
all right.
You look amazing.
Yo,
Everybody,
you do what?
back up accountability, buddy.
Yeah, what you need?
Get three of these before the feature.
You're gonna go through 3 of them? Feature? Okay. You'll understand that for a moment I was terrified. Well,
1, 2,
anytime
3.
I...
All right. Coming up next. Pizza time.
Well, anytime I need a refill, I'll refill you.
So 2 rounds down the middle, right?
2 rounds Zell in the middle. And then you can have Jen
Break after him.
first.
Yep.
Break.
Yep.
I'm gonna get Ed some more water. Do you need some?
I can get a whole soda.
Like I heard in the news the other day, they were trying to get rid of one of the standardized testing. Yeah. There's been reasons
every year.
There's been reasons to get rid of any of them, or to update them, or to, you know, put them into interrogation for lack of diversity and stuff like that. It's a pretty constant struggle. As much as it would suck for me, I would love for my job to become obsolete, because I think standardized tests are crap, and I would love for them to go away. I would have to look for a new job, but they don't do, they do more harm than good in a lot of ways. Yeah.
And pause.
That's number 2, right?
Yep. You got it? You all right?
My impersonation of Toba Charles.
Oh no.
Austin Poetry Slam, how you doing tonight? How's everybody doing? My name is Edwin. We're going to be much more laid back than that sounded. The open mic has begun. I hope you're having a good time tonight. Shout out to Barrel of Fun. Let's give it for Barrel of Fun for supporting poetry. Just want to let Barrel of Fun know there's some OGs in the building. Very happy to see Austin venues still supporting poetry. So let's clap for them again. Seriously. At this point, just buy more alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. So we're going to get this thing going. We're going to do 2 rounds. We're going to have a feature in between. We'll take a break. I want to start off with my best friend, Jess Howard. Can we clap it up for Jess Howard? On the way to the stage. The people are laid back. No introductions, just poetry.
I love them so much.
In 7th grade health class, we were taught that you build muscle by breaking. That being sore means your muscles are full of thousands of tiny tears, and those tears are gonna heal just a little bit stronger. And then they told us your heart is a muscle. And I know this is not what I was supposed to learn, but all I could think was, oh, so you're supposed to break it. I always do this. Only remember the things that make good metaphors, like that infinity isn't just one number. Infinity minus x is still infinity. Infinity minus infinity isn't 0, it's still infinity. Some infinities are smaller than others, and this means that you can take away what you will. I may not be the same as what I was before, but I am still here, and I am still infinite. Or, did you know that some of the stars we see in the night sky aren't there anymore? And they haven't been for hundreds of millions of years. The universe is so big, the light from their dying days is still traveling, and we still get to see them shine, and maybe this is why everyone wants to be a star. Because we just want to be seen. We just want someone to know we were here. What I mean when I say that I'm okay with heartbreak is that I'll heal. What I mean is that if there is nothing in your life worth getting your heart broken for, you're doing it wrong. What I mean when I say that I want to be seen. What I mean when I say that I don't believe in soulmates is that you and I are infinite separately. What I mean when I say that I want to be seen is that I want you to know that I am here and I am shining. I think that you and I are like a placebo pill. Something that shouldn't work, but might anyway. Something that is only real because we believe it is. Something that exists solely within the margin of error, but is good and right and beautiful all the same. I believe that you and I are stubborn enough to be the exception.
Come on.
Maybe that's not enough for you. I've always been far too good at leaping without looking, at going with my gut and damning the consequences. And you were right, there are so many consequences. But what I mean when I say that I don't care that this is a bad idea is that I am an optimist who does not understand statistics. But I read an article that said the likelihood of you existing at all is 1 in 400 quadrillion, and that means that you and me and 8 billion other people on the planet prove that things that never happen all the time. What I mean is that even if I knew for sure that you and I would crash and burn and break, you are worth doing anyway. And what I mean when I say all of this is that I'm gonna go find someone who thinks I'm worth doing it anyway.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How you gonna do it like that?
So I have to job like figuring out what's the song to play after your poem. Might not get it right every time, but we are in a sentimental mood. Give it up for Jess Howard. Yeah. Okay, this vibe is really good. Let me handle the music, okay? I'll do the uncomfortable in-betweens, but the feature is here. Let's give it up for Zell Miller. Okay, tonight's gonna be filled with church announcements. He has a show coming up. Well, it's going on right now. You're gonna find out about it. We're gonna talk about it all night. Jess Howard also has books and paintings. I also have, a desire for whiskey and water. And we all have a desire for poetry tonight. Don't we? Give it up. Okay. Not as supportive when I do 1 minute monologues. Okay, so no more 1 minute monologues. Okay, so we're gonna do 30 seconds. We'll do a commercial next week. Okay, cool. Next poet. Listen, I'm not even gonna do it justice. That's what I said. Let's give it up for Teresa Johnson.
Woo! This poem is new.
New shit!
This poem is called Millennial Oxymorons. Oxymoron 1, entry level. Entry level jobs are the jobs you can get on the ground floor in an industry. They pay barely minimum wage, but you can start without education or experience in the field, right? 20% of entry-level jobs require some college education. 60% require at least 3 years of experience. What's the job level lower than entry where you get 3 years of experience? Basement level? Subterranean wage? Oxymoron 2, unpaid intern. Interns do jobs, whole jobs with responsibilities and performance assessments and the possibility to be fired. Unpaid interns do jobs and do not get paid. This is called an unpaid internship and not servitude because we are cowards. I have experience with the subterranean wage model in my own industry. Oxymoron 3, student teaching. As part of the teacher certification process, you will do at least half a year of student teaching. This is where you do the whole job of a teacher with lesson planning and grading and after-school conferences and do not get paid. In fact, you pay college tuition to do it. This is called student teaching because you are learning how to teach, i.e. how to work long hours and still be broke. But at least you have some protections as a worker, right?
Nice.
Oxymoron 4, right to work. Right to work laws do not grant you the right to have a job, nor the right to keep your job if your manager has no reason to fire you. Right to work means you have the right not to join a union. You have the right to dive straight into a predatory relationship with a company and let them exploit your labor without any power or protections.
An economic relationship in which one party has all the power to deny a basic human need sounds familiar. Oxymoron 5, mortgage-backed security. Sounds like banks. A mortgage-backed security is made when a bank grants a bunch of people mortgages they can't afford, packages the value of the mortgages into a bond, and trades it on the stock market. The bank gets the mortgage payments, the interest payments, and the profits from the bond. And who cares if some of the homeowners can't make their payments and lose their homes? As long as it's only some of them, the bond doesn't fail, because some entities are, oxymoron 6, too big to fail. Some entities matter more than others. Big banks and big corporations get bailouts from the government because they matter more than you do. Even when all their profits go into their CEOs' pockets and do not trickle down to their workers, no matter how many times you say trickle down like a magic mantra. Oxymoron 7, debt ceiling. The government is too big to fail.
Let's go.
If the government makes promises they can't keep and runs the economy into the ground, they can just decide to raise the debt ceiling and borrow more money. You have a debt ceiling, but it does not move just because you need more money. Your debt ceiling is set by your government and your bank and your job, and you are not so big that anyone will mind if you fail.
Clap your hands if you thought I was going to play Rihanna's Work. But clap your hands a lot louder than that for Teresa Johnson. That was fun. So I was telling someone earlier that if I was a little bit more active in poetry right now, I'd be in my open mic phase. Which means this
Now.
is so much better for me. We're all hanging out. We all want to read. We all want to hear some poetry. We're all here for the same reasons. And nobody cares, right? Clap it up if you don't care. Clap it up if you don't care. That's how they get to .com. Okay. Michael Hatcher, you ready? So Michael Hatcher, no introductions. Not in the first round. Give it up for Michael Hatcher.
That's good.
In response to your text message about me not getting into heaven, upon penetration, we both turn into dust. Wipe the rust away from this world and we are clean. My Savior, the Messiah lives between your legs, and today is the Sabbath and tomorrow is the Sabbath. May God rest in an open vessel. It's because of you I aspire to be a different angel. Might clip my own wings to stay grounded in your chest in the best of terms. In the best of terms, I am toxic. I am toxic, so I use words with the consistency of honey. The same words used to label us. There's always more, but there's never enough time. It won't be long. It won't be long before you come to the wall and holy wall. Before all the world's priests are locked in confession, it won't be long before the plot twists and shakes, and we are chin deep in our addiction. And we are chin deep in the sharing the sacred throws together. We can born 10,000 new voices. We can make love. We can make promises. We can make mistakes and start over ashes to ashes. Dust to new bodies. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. We grow best after we split up. You know me. Give me a choice, and I will bury the relationship inside of your navel to watch it resurrect at the base of the neck. I am most like God. I am most like God when I am inside you. When I'm surrounded by crumbling walls and failing infrastructure, my prayers, they fall at your feet like a flower's forgiveness, like two people with good hearts and good intentions, just a lack of execution and commitment. I think about you. Whenever I feel lonely, when I feel anything, when I know the floor won't open wide enough to swallow us both whole, so we're in that room choking until the pleasure becomes too much, and there's nothing between our face but the moon and her backdrop. Even the stars begin to blend in with our skin. It's a world full of shiny lights. So the next time you find me, polish my silver tongue bare hand, and I'll make sure I do my best to make every day special. It's a new mindset. It's a new cage for birds that forgot how to fly. No matter what happens in this life, I am always one heartbeat away.
Yo, give it up for Michael Hatcher, yo. Hey, Michael, I want to identify you correctly. You straight, right?
Yeah.
Give it up for cisgender heterosexual feelings. Still welcome at the open mic. We gotta listen to y'all. Y'all gotta listen to us. Nah, fuck that. Like, the erotic poetry is for the erotic poetry. He did some religious shit too. So shout out to experimentación. That's not the word in Spanish. I know that. Also, I didn't play the volume loud enough. What y'all are missing out on right now is the theme song from The Mandalorian, because I didn't know what to play after an erotic poem. So I figured, why not play the poem that I play when I'm biking to work? All right. Toby Charles, you ready?
Give me one more.
Give me a second to turn that off.
Or play it again.
Also, clap it up for yourselves for coming to an open mic. Seriously. Raise your hand if you thought it was a slam tonight. Nah, we chilling.
Next week. Next week. Last poet standing.
So, yeah, Toby's going to do some church announcements, as we will all night tonight. Actually, the only person that can do church announcements is me or Toby. So don't get on the mic and start doing church announcements.
And Zell Miller.
And Zell Miller III, and the preacher, and the feature.
And the preacher. The preacher coming up.
And
Hallelujah.
the leader for tonight's ceremony is the feature Zell Miller III. Give it up for Zell Miller III. What? It was a bad joke. You could clap a little bit better. No? Okay.
Okay.
So we ready now?
Yeah, I'm ready now.
Okay. Without music, without introduction, my boss, Toby Jones.
Ooh, okay. What a Boston Poetry Slam. Y'all good? I feel like y'all good, but I don't like feel y'all good, so I'm gonna do it again. Hold on. What a Boston Poetry Slam, are y'all good? Oh shit. Somebody had told y'all to do that. That's great. I'm glad they told y'all. All right, so we're gonna see if I can read it off my phone. I'm old. Lord say the same and the creek don't rise. I'm gonna be 39 in October. Amen. But the internet needs to be bigger so I can see this poem. Okay, here we go. And if I am, I'm on live. Okay, here's a poem. Hopefully my breath won't get in the way. Here we go. So women, we have a problem. We have a nasty habit of saying I'm sorry even when we don't have shit to be sorry for. So I actually will pause because I own this shit. Pause. So I actually wrote this after a conversation with Jess. It was many years ago. You don't need to know the fucking time. Shit, shut up. And they said sorry a lot. And I said, stop saying sorry. Even if you are, fuck them. Don't say sorry. Just see what happens. Wait it out. And then I wrote this poem. So thanks, Jess. Woo! Never got to tell you that. I think I like it. All right, back to the poem, because I'm not drunk. Okay, here we go. So women, we have a nasty problem. We have a nasty habit of saying I'm sorry, even when we don't have shit to be sorry for. So I decided to write a poem for me and you and the girls that will catch an I'm sorry in their throat before they learn their own name. So this is a poem, a reminder for things you can say besides I'm sorry. Stop texting me. When someone bumps into you, you can say, hey, you may have not noticed me standing there, but you bumped into me. Or, watch it, bitch.
Yeah.
You decide whichever one is appropriate. When someone catcalls you, catcall them back. Like, damn, boy, is that a baby carrot in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me? Or, damn, I make babies. You want to make one? Or them lips look nice. I want to see what they do too. The penicillin is on ×2, so you're fucking welcome tonight. Okay. The curse of I'm sorry will have you thinking that you should move out of the way of the world so we can pass you by, but you are the magic you are trying to hide from. If I do say I'm sorry, I'm gonna fucking mean I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm better at you at like everything. I'm sorry that when you called me a bitch, I became one. Slow down, bitch. Okay. I'm sorry that I saw you more pray than God, that you wanted me to get on my knees and worship. I'm sorry that my mouth be a cannon, that my tongue is fire and refreshing everything and anything it wants to be, that my body is mine and mine alone, that my sex is a healing bomb liable to blow you away. I wrote. Oh, it's higher. No, it wasn't. Save your sorrows for when you really need them. When you are rebuilding bridges, mending wounds, to apologize to your family and friends when your human is spilled all over them by accident and you can be such a fucking mess. Instead of your sorry, say you're welcome. Say, this is my house that I paid with my own blood, with my mother's blood and my mother's mother's blood. Say, if you touch me again, you have to order fingers from Jesus himself. Say, I forgive you. Say, I am here, right where I need to be. Welcome, Austin Poetry on y'all.
Work.
Where's I got here? Oh, there! Give it up! And I said the last part of that poem. Give it up for me!
So the best part about me hosting an open mic is I will be in a conversation with 4 white guys out front and say, hey guys, you want to read tonight?
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. They were IT. I was like, thank you for your service. But no, seriously, thank you. How we doing? Y'all having a good time? I think tonight's open mic is like the night of the week, at least for me, because I've had a time. Thank you. Thank you, poets. Thank you, Zell.
May is tough.
Battle of Fun. Let's give it up for Battle of Fun for hosting poetry. I'm going to say it every time I'm up, because seriously,
Tell them they got stickers
spots don't
and
do that
books
shit
and all
no
kinds of
more,
stuff.
Austin. No introductions.
No introduction.
Second round, y'all all introductions. Let's give it up for Jim Trainer.
I can pause it. Hold on just a second.
Don't go play hip hop by Dead Prez. That was Jim Trainer. Look, we went dark for a reason. Let's get that feedback on October.
Hurry back.
I'm pretty sure I sent the link to my girlfriend. So, hi Elizabeth, I love you.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Oh no, you ain't no. Listen, it's an open mic, right? Mic is open, right?
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Julian, rest in peace. My man used to go on and read whole chapters of his book. You know what I mean?
Shout out RP Julian.
So we're gonna welcome everybody when they come on this mic. You know what I'm saying? When they get on, when they do their shit. So we got 4 more poets before our feature: Saria Harris, Bree Juarez. 3 poets. Saria Harris, Bree Juarez, and Mike Whalen. So say what? Soraya. So somebody press pause on that thing.
Press pause.
Yeah, oh man, just stop the music. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, bad host.
No.
1, 2, 3.
Bad
No, it's
I
okay to be
disagree.
critical and have full accountability that you actually focus on she, her, hers.
I think that
Focus on
bad.
her name.
I think
and
that
then
bad is too
se
broad.
tapa la ventana. You know what I'm saying? Like I opened it up, we got comfortable, and I said, so why don't you say your name? You ready for some Ryan Harris?
Woo!
A little bit more. A little bit more. A little louder. A little louder. Screams. Some screams. There you go. I like it. Now everyone together one last time.
Hey.
How's your night going?
Woo!
Shout out to all the lovely poets tonight. I just want to say I'm very rusty.
You good. Yeah.
Very
Rusty shit.
Pre-COVID. So tonight's poem is a poem inspired by one of my first best friends I've ever had, and he attempted suicide twice. So it is a darker poem. And the poem name is To the Words I Can't Pronounce. Depression has made a home out of my body. He lives daily and nightly in my mind, drinking the joy from my heart. I can't hold a smile anymore. It slips from my hand and lands someplace far out of reach. He invited anxiety to spend the night, but anxiety never left. She rested in the pit of my stomach. She wakes me up at 3 a.m. to remind me how lonely I am. My friends can't understand why I keep asking for more and more of them, but keep losing grips on who I am. Depression wants me to cut them out, to cut them loose. Anxiety says though they wouldn't care if I did. They now want me to reconstruct my home. They now want more windows, which is can only explain the cuts on my wrist. I no longer want to get out of bed anymore. But anxiety won't let me sleep. Depression makes it harder for me to focus on my grades. Anxiety says I'm worthless if I don't make A's. There is a constant battle inside of my body. Their home, nothing feels like my own anymore. They keep needing more and more space, so I keep eating. Anxiety reminds me that no one loves fat girls, and I'm still waiting for the friends that are no longer there to tell me that I am not fat. I no longer want to get up in the morning. Getting up means I have to look better than I feel, but fake smiles only produce real tears. I keep procrastinating on myself. I'll feel better tomorrow, but tomorrow becomes next month, and the only better only lasts for a little while longer before it leaves again. It's been a year now. Depression has shrunk to the corner in his room, and I don't have time for him anymore. Anxiety has shriveled up to the knot in my stomach to say to herself, it's been a year. I am still learning how to love myself, my skin, my hair, my mind, my every being. My list of reasons for living is longer than it's ever been. It'll be okay used to bring tears to my eyes. Now, It'll be okay is my battle cry because I'll be okay, I'm okay, and one day okay will be some word that I can't even pronounce that means something like amazing.
Give it up, give it up, give it up, clap some more. That thing will open mic. I'm having a really good time. This is like an A- open mic right now. Why the minus? The host. He messed up the name, you know? Yeah, let's just press pause before it goes to like some weird dead press stuff that will get me fired. All right. Also, why did I send the link to one of my coworkers today? I don't know why.
It's called This Is Dead.
Zell, you can yell at me if I mess this up. May 11th through the 3rd is starting at 8. There's going to be performances running from Thursday through Saturday in Chronicles of an Indigenous Offspring. Our feature's coming up in a little bit. Let's give it up for Zell Miller III, y'all.
Woo!
We're not doing that light shit. Y'all been clapping for everybody all night. So, again...
Do it. Can you do it one more time? Just real quick. Just real quick.
Okay.
Just say it one more time.
May 11th through June 3rd. Since y'all motherfuckers don't want to listen, it's at the HydeParkTheater. Performances run from Thursday through Saturday. When I first moved here, okay? Listen, I've been here long enough to complain, okay?
That's right.
I was part of the third wave, okay? Literally, first conversation with anyone in this town, Zell Miller III. Why is that important? I'm not going to give him any nicknames, but all of the nicknames apply when it comes to an OG who is, I think, in the Austin Chronicle.He. Y'all know what that sounded like. So I want us all to clap very loudly since we seem so serious now. So Zell Miller III is here and his show Indigenous Offspring, Chronicles of an Indigenous Offspring. It's the music.
We're going to get the name right before the day is over with.
Like did the WBLS 107.5 version. So we're going to keep on that vibe.
I hate you. I really do.
This poet, I'm actually going to break rules.
It's the only thing on your goddamn
There were
playlist.
4
I
poets
see.
tonight that said, I'm here at an open mic and I didn't bring a poem. So shout outs. Let's clap for the 3 people that didn't read.
Woo!
Yeah, that's the clap that y'all get. Okay? I'm not fixing that one. But Bree Juarez, are you ready? Listen, it's an open mic. I'm messing up. We're all messing up, and I'm pretty sure you just wrote that poem, right? All right, so let's now present the poet that wrote the poem at the bar.
Woo!
I'm short.
So you say the poem is new?
Yeah, I just wrote it. I don't have an ending to it.
It's okay. Just
So-
say it's a new poem.
Say it's new.
Here we go.
Just say it's
That's new.
It's new.
New shit!
Without an ending, y'all. Here we go.
Without an ending shit.
unending
Here we
shit.
go. Open-ended. I'm
Eternal
Mexican,
shit.
but I have white skin. My confusion of identity has kept me from feeling free. I am not woman or a man. What's the in-between of they
Wow.
and them?
Let's
My
go.
life says I'm hot, but my tits say I'm not. I tried to die because
That's
of
real.
the confusion inside. Please, God, tell me my worth, because I don't know who I am outside of the gay. And that's all I have to say.
That's all you needed.
And that's all we need.
I am not gay, so I cannot say anything in response to that. But shout outs to you.
Absolutely
Good.
not.
Someone press play. Mike Whalen?
Okay.
Michael? Mike?
Where's the list is right here.
So yeah, we
The list is
have.
right here.
Okay, so yeah.
Wait, I gotta.
No, it's okay.
You said for me to pause the music.
Someone's signing up right now. So are you ready to read? That's how we doing this. That's what She, her, hers? What's her name?
Christina Hillard.
Christina?
Hillard.
Mike Whalen, can I please put you on hold? Let's give it up for the poet that showed up, sat here, and then waited for my introduction for the last poet before the feature to read.
Because she a
The
black
rules have
woman,
been
so she
broken.
get a ticket. Black women get a ticket to do whatever the fuck they want to at this
Ask
show.
for the list, Christina.
Woo! Oh, I got music. Hold on. It's Star Wars. Sorry. That's all I.
I think I only told you.
D.
All right, y'all. This is the poem that I recently wrote. It's a rendition of a poem that.
So wait, it's a new poem is what you're telling us with your words?
It's a new poem. It's a
New shit.
It's a rendition of a poem called "I Am From." But
You gotta do the poem.
I'm from shotgun houses and sitting on porches. From peak moisturizer, Borettes and Bobos. I'm from the Bayou, home of jazz, gumbo, and crawfish stew. Humid, hot sweat beating on the skin. I'm from the magnolia you heard. A white flower, long petals that curve and cup everything in. Second lines and talking over each other. From Momo Risa and Mami, I'm from strength and resilience. From finish that food on your plate to don't be big-eyed. Third rows of Sharon Baptist with a bowl of spirituality. New Orleans, Louisiana, home of the Creole kings and queens. Etouffees and po' boys.
Come on.
From the sirens that rang in my ears that day, telling me to flee away. From this,
You got it. Take your time, baby. Take
the
your
last
time.
family reunion and celebrations of life, photos and memories washed away into the sea, but my ancestors still walk with me.
Woo! Gotta be something on here that's.
Give it up for Christina. All right. Okay, now we're where I was a few minutes ago. That is really serious introduction music. Can we just first pause for a second? Because I told myself that I wasn't going to give myself the chance to introduce you, Zell, because I'm letting the next poet do it. So finish the story. I moved to Austin. DJ, thank you. So moved to Austin, the free bird on Riverside and Congress. I will change my voice to accommodate the music. And a Puerto Rican sat with a man, a legend, Zell Miller III, over burritos. And this Puerto Rican said, "What do we do here?" Zell said, "Wild shit. Wild shit." Literally told me we do poetry slam here. Told me about the poetry scene here. I started slamming when it was at Egos. A few weeks later after that. And the one thing that I want to say, because I'm taking the moment, this is probably the longest time that I'm speaking between poets. It is so important, Alamo Draft House and Barrel of Fun, for venues to continue to support poetry. Not to mention live music, don't get me started on my shit.
You're
This
not
man
getting you
is
started on
responsible
any
for every friendship, relationship, because that got me to APS, that got me to Joe B. No, excuse me. You got me to Dashay. Dashay got me to Static, who was literally my roommate after my.
Yes.
I was homeless. I got kicked out. I was a shitty boyfriend. So I got my apartment because of Zell. Meet Joe B, Element 615, who's in our front area, front arena. Give it up for Joe B.
So you're gonna do a poem eventually tonight.
Spoken and heard for many, many years. Another great open mic, along with the Hideout, Rudamaya. I'm telling you, open mics in Austin are a tradition. So for those of you that are like, why is he talking so much? Because this shit is important, both for all of us who want to read and all of us who want to sell some stuff, talk about our stuff, get our shit off our chest. You know what I'm saying? We take extra time on that open mic. 2 people agree with me. 7 out of 10. That's fine. Like, whoa, accounted for like the 5 that stopped clapping. But I will say, Zell, thank you. I'm looking forward to your feature. Now, someone else I met going up on on the mic next. Sorry, I talked too long. No introduction. Let's give it up for Mike Wade.
Hell yeah! Woo! Hey, epic music now. I don't know if that's epic. Is that epic? That feels epic. Okay.
So to Ed's point, the cool thing about an open mic versus a slam is you don't have to worry about a 3-minute and 10-second time penalty.
That's right.
Yep.
Therefore, I get to eat a bunch of time.
You can do whatever the fuck
Oh,
you want to do,
shit.
Mike.
It's 8:28. You're fine.
One cool thing about this is the first weekend after I moved to Austin, I went to see John Lewis the Killer at the Alamo Draft House in Colorado. And I felt like maybe this is going to work out for me. And then 10 years after that, I read into a microphone for the very first time at the Austin Poetry Slam at Egos.
Wow.
And all those things changed my life and converged here right now.
Anyway. I'm feeling very emotional today.
Me too.
Oh, crippled people are just lazy.
New shit.
New to you shit. Every year, broken people by the thousands, and to be sure, I'm making these numbers up. Ask for help from the Dr. Phil show. Every year, he's able to help the same number of people as there are episodes in a season. That means every year, for the thousands of people requesting help, a lucky approximately 175 rock bottom dwellers who have the greatest, most colorful, most calamitous public spectacle of a downward spiral called a life win that lottery. And he's going to put some verbs in his sentences, and it won't be his first rodeo. And don't you dare piss on his back to tell him it's raining, and it will be a changing day in your life. Because if you have the wherewithal to endure 45 minutes of a tall millionaire degradingly illustrating the failures of your life on camera in front of a live studio audience. And so how's that working out for you? Not so good, motherfucker! Why are you not here? Then you will be rewarded handsomely with therapy and medication. And that is the best case scenario for the 99% getting quality mental health care in America. Latuda is a medication to treat depression in people suffering bipolar disorder. Without insurance, Latuda can cost $1,082.42 for a 1-month supply. For the poets among you, that's approximately $36 per pill per day. One pill among numerous pills you're prescribed. I ask you how much you spend on food in one day. I ask you how much you spend on rent in 1 month. If you're particularly destitute, the good people at Synovian Pharmaceuticals can subtract $700 for you, making your grand total about $300 a month. So thanks for nothing, Synovian Pharmaceuticals, because even $300 per month is still too expensive for people who don't have jobs because they have bipolar disorder, so they don't have insurance because of the medication to treat the bipolar disorder, which would allow them to have jobs. This is a stupid catch-22 of rage-inducing frustration. Other nations like Germany recognize this. In Germany, those same pills cost $20 because in Germany, all pills cost $20. And again, I'm making these numbers up because as a culture, they've agreed that helping people is a long-term solution toward a cohesive, advancing society, unlike the predatory capitalism of American pharmaceutical lobbies who, for a nation with perhaps an unending supply of citizens with mental health concerns, are more interested in the short-term profit of further victimizing those whose brain chemistry have already victimized them. These companies are telling people with mental health issues to merely eke out enough of an existence to buy their medication. They're telling people with suicidality that their reason to live is to purchase their medication that will make them not want to kill themselves. They're saying if you can't afford these life-saving pills, then you don't have a life worth saving. When I throw myself into the suicide hotline, the voice on the end of the line will always recommend going to psychiatric emergency services, to which I will always reply, have you ever been there?
Lord.
Because I have. Imagine taking someone suffering a psychotic break to wait in a lobby
Come
for
on.
3 hours to maybe talk with a bureaucrat who will maybe schedule time to speak with a psychiatrist sometime during the business week, who will maybe prescribe short-term medication. Sweetie, please be still, or that police officer will send you to jail. Which is another way private corporations profit off our mental health crisis.
Come on.
That's just one way we handle it. Another way is to run naked through the streets until you are shot dead by an Austin police officer. This is not how you handle an emergency. This is not a service for psychiatric emergencies. Maybe getting a medication a few days after an emergency does not address a lifetime of failures by a cold system committed to the notion that the burden of the stalled life is up to the person, the broken life. That was fun, right?
Thank you, Mark.
Zell Miller III. Many things, two things. Zell Miller III gave me the courage to try out for the Austin Poetry Slam team because he did it, and I thought, well, maybe I could do it too, and then it happened. And that was, and I talked to him about that, and as soon as I said that, I wanted to eat the words that came out of my mouth. It sounded so bad, and here I am doing it again.
Still doing it
And also, so he's got this new play coming up, which I'm going to see on the 26th. And I saw the previous two versions, and I never got to see the first version. And then he had a talk back on the third version, the third iteration. And I naively raised my hand and said, "Do you think you'll ever do like a marathon where you would do all three versions?" And he was so polite. He was like, "I'm probably not going to do 6 hours."
We didn't on YouTube.
But
That's very funny to me.
they were
I'm
great.
sorry.
So encouraging everyone to go because they were exceptional. And then it's the sort of thing of live theater, like, yeah, it's like you don't get to see it and you don't go there. So it's ephemeral.
Yep.
So there you go.
Go.
So coming up, someone I respect tremendously, and there are other stories, but you know, why? Zell Miller III.
Give it up for Mike Wayland. Let's go. Dopest, one of the most incredible writers I've ever heard in my life. And Just incredible. So, my name is Zell Miller III. Thank you for having me. I'm not going to do 20 minutes. We'll see where it goes. But I do have a show right now at HydeParkTheater called Chronicles of an Indigenous Offspring. It is a play on James Baldwin, Notes of a Native Son. And so it is me. I grew up here in Austin, so it is my relationship with this city and living under white supremacy in a city that everybody thinks is awesome. So it's some really great stories.
I love that so much.
There's some poetry. I have a incredible musician that works with me. His name is Thomas T. Man Wheeler on drums, and he's doing samples and shit. So we run 3 more weeks at HydeParkTheater, 511 West 43rd Street. You can get your tickets at HydeParkTheater. It's spelled R-E instead of the right way to spell it. But HydeParkTheater.org. And every Thursday, we do not want finances to be a barrier. You can do a pay what you wish. You call 512-479-PLAY. You tell them you are doing a non-payment reservation, and you can come to the theater, and whatever you have, we will accept. So we don't want that to be a barrier. Starting this Friday, we're going to be doing talkbacks, which are always fun. So, make the night hot bright with these sync decibels. Ride of the thunder, I make the earthquake like I'm Hannibal. Equalization, the balance of my mother's eyes. When I submit to wisdom, I give space for the sun to rise. And I'm skipping amethyst rocks across the surface of the sun. Total oxygen crops in the light side of Mars. I watch these satellites close. They sent the Earth to be a rock star. I lay instrument and sounds with subliminal freedom, and I vacation on Pluto and solstice. And this curve, I am for what was before Solomon translated songs, I used to whistle to him. Before he touched the earth ground, bound by rosary beads and super the Jacob stones, with moaning unison to the rotation of the third sun. I keep my township idle because I slip between matter because of my gray matter. Shift shake the hollow drums, a piece of my soul that stirs every time we come. I'm looking to reshape these dead trees. I give them new life with new scriptures and numerology and numeration. We sanctify the blessings of deep breath. I taught the wind how to race. But they want to stay stationary position. I'm waiting on these temperatures to be poison. I said, running out, stay stationary position. I'm waiting on thieves in a temple to drink so they can be poisoned. Because overcoming death is easy when you understand what you are living for. I, moon trace amongst your face, retrieve my identity. In the soft places of your smile, I find divinity. And the passion comes in threes. I'm the pleasure principle to these moments. When your quiet stare, it says a novel to me. And I am on again. And I am on again. And I am sister to the silence, sister to the sun. We be the penetration of the drum. And the conversations happening over fizzling cocoa beans. Me in saggy jeans and questions. You in comfortable fabric and perfection. And stroking the inside of your hand, I have no choice but to say, Amen. And the morning stirs in your eyes is the sunrise. Vampire I be, but we sleep in noisy times because warriors can only be conquered by truth. And withheld in your kiss is the correctness of God. And it is there that allows me to rest easy to you. His hand clasped around her neck, she moans. His hand squeezing, she shrieks at the shrouded shrine and releases. He maneuvers moist, manipulated mag moans, working under his fingering frets. He uses the science of dirt because dirt holds the DNA of God. You touch any part of earth, mother ground, palm flat, and it will leave a mark, but he don't fret. He just works his frets on his Stratocaster, turned upside on the down. Breath brings beats between the 2 and 4. And Jimmy's left hand is guided by the prettiest angel. You know that X-Saint City slide seducing saturated sounds while Gabriel waits on high alert. He's tuning triumphant trumpets in D minor. The threat level changing colors. It's turning orange, it's turning brown, it's turning round, rocking round. It is a psychedelic dust magic that runs back to a cord that is connected to an amp, and inside the amp are tubes, and they are exploding, imploding, and the sound man is about to have a nervous breakdown. With that Afro alien, he pulls it all back and plays it loose and cool. And God damn it, he's cool. He's cool like a perfect performed windmill by Crazy Legs, and he remembers the sound of free falling. Imagine that. He jumped from planes like he jumped from heaven, and now he takes that tidal wave of sound, and he rises like a steel surfer, and before long, he is commander-in-chief. He throws a nod to the soundman and says, there's no beat, baby. You know it's all groovy. And at that moment, he became we, and we he. So it's 1984, and we're standing with our arms folded, head to the side, parachute pants on. Isn't it coincident that we rock parachute pants like Jimmy was an ex-paratrooper? And I remember the first time somebody told me that Herbie Hancock was a jazz musician. I laughed in their face. A jazz musician? You talking about that jazz musician. And I remember the first time that I saw breaking, 1984, no Cross Mile movie theater. Black ass Robert Easley sat next to me, and he literally jumped out his seat and rolled down the aisle because he had just seen Jesus. And Jesus was a black man named Turbo. And Robert caught the Holy Ghost like those old ladies on Sunday morning on cue after Reverend Franklin wiped his dry forehead a third time with that white pinky. See, B-boys been trying to be. And isn't that the point? Even though thieving ass Shakespeare knew that. See, B-boys been trying to be long before whips, long before chains, long before 41 shots. Shots. Long before. See, B-boys just been trying to be better. And we have manipulated that manic moan, riding those frequencies within that feedback, and we have learned how to control it and push it forward. See, B-boys, we just trying to be. And I'm sorry, white people. You can't have them. See, James Marshall Hendricks was a B-boy, who happened to play the blues, baby. You know. I am the writer rewritten, sing syncopated salutations, spit sensational symbolism, operating organizational order, brilliantly bringing bountiful blessings. See, son of man, see, son of a goddess, see, son of a gun, trigger finger be my tongue, one click, let loose the hammer, bump stop by poetry, now I rapid fire 5.56 caliber grammar, streets move like 808 bass drums, pushed by corner blockers who bleed blocks and bleed on blocks, who try to clock those digital decibels, but fall off because that rhythmic metronome bounces at a different frequency to free the MC who stumbles on the good foot and falls on the one. These big bad wolves are not the enemy done. It's these pork products that keep our neighborhoods outlined in chalk, then try to stalk the black and brown. You try to make that mound when the straws and sticks found, but you try to cop a brick, throats get slit, and then they bounce with rapid release speed in this so-called effort to keep the peace. It's these hopes and clues that's got us so confused on how that line keeps getting moved. See, this is post-1928 Grand Master Plan. So when the gates get locked or come undone, how is it that we are always on the outside done? This be that spoken, broken, vehicular homicide shit. Reloading rounds and clips with truth and facts that we are aiming right at these myth and myth makers. The mission is to try to uncover the secret pathways so we can have better nowadays. Don't keep truth like you kept us in bondage. Set it free. See where it lands. I know in these turbulent times, the design is a total eradication of my kind. And you are moving with speed at this, Austin, Texas. This, I am the writer, rewritten. Sing syncopated salutations, spit sensational symbolism, operating organizational order, brilliantly bringing bountiful blessed seed, son of man.
Let's go.
Seed, son of a goddess. Seed, son of a gun. Trigger finger, be my tongue. One click, let loose the hammer. I bump stop my poetry. Now I rapid fire 5.56 caliber grammar, and I'm aiming it right at you, Austin, Texas. Click, click, clap.
That one.
My favorite one.
This is not a love letter. No sonnet sung like that thieving ass Shakespeare. We will not serenade that simpleton. This is a letter bomb sent to explode your whole shit. This is not a love letter. More like a capital indictment across multiple jurisdictions. I see you blending, trying to hide from your crimes against humanity. Look at you, standing on the Congress Avenue Bridge with your arms open and your head back, waiting for the bats to fly over. Who does that? And look at you. You got these people thinking you are not some sick, sadistic, sack of seed and semen shit straight from Lucifer himself. I see you, always moving the line when it comes to people of color, like you tricked them out of their land in the West, and now you are running through 35 to the east. You creep to the east, to the east, you creep And you did it so smooth this time. You didn't use gas, water, electricity. No, you priced them out. You perfected the art of the deal. And I see you. You got these newbies with no sense of history thinking that you some Matthew McConaughey, we're all good, inclusive, helping horns. Nah, nigga. I know where the bodies are buried.
Let's go!
I'm so proud to be a little Buddha with a giant red stake. Crip walking on that Democratic line, but even dear old Aaron Richards can fix your broken shit this time. See, nigga, your great grandfather, the one that named after Stephen F. Oh, he loves slavery, and so do you. But you try to hide behind your music venues and your Lady Bird Lake, but your racist tactics and policy got people who look like me down to 7% in this bitch. And I watch you sideline the truth. Like you didn't use 35 as a red line, but we peaked game this time, and now your freeways are lined with the tits of the unhoused. And nigga, this is not a love letter. No sonic song, no lush lullabies. No, nigga, this is a litany of Molotov cocktails thrown right at you with verbal power. And I see you done re-elected your old mayor. That nigga popped up at the Oblong.
Let's go!
Wearing flip-flops and a Hawaiian shirt while everybody else was dressed to the nines, face red and not from the sun, giving us visual proof that you truly don't give a fuck. Then he popped up at the NAACP Awards talking about inclusion and affordable housing, but nigga, wasn't it you and that motherfucker Will Win? Weren't it y'all that started that ball rolling downhill on black and brown people? Remember when the Black Citizens Task Force used to come down to City Hall and tell y'all to take y'all hoods off? And that house nigga, Eric Mitchell, sat on next to y'all skinning and grinning like he was down with a call. We knew he was so nigga. It's time for you to just stop playing games. I mean, I'd rather just be upfront and honest about it. Nigga. It's just time for you to step into your name. Austin, Texas. I'm gonna leave you with this. B, a meditation unto thyself. B, a meditation unto thyself. B, the second letter of the alphabet, a verb, a process, a reminder that when things get heavy or heated, that you can just be. You can be in the space between it all. You can take a breath, that moment before you speak. And remember, at the end of the day, be your unapologetic self. Be. And know that you are never alone, that you are a piece of somebody's jigsaw puzzle waiting to be found, and know that they will always find you. Be ready in the real reality. Be clear that you are loved, that you are needed, and that you matter. And that all we will ever ask of you is that you be yourself. And we will honor that. But if that is too much of the moment, then we want you to take permission to not be. That is all you are responsible for. You can be sad. You can be loud. You can be angry. You can be happy. You can be confused. You can be the second beat to somebody's heartbeat. You can be terrified. You can be calm. You can be the reason they speak of people who look like you in glowing terms. Be free of negativity, rise above it. Be the boom in the back, be the kick in the drum, be the bass in the line, be the guitar and the solo. Be be the body politic. Stand on both sides of the line. Be a pronoun or not. Be your dreams and not somebody's version of you. Be the vessel. Be the spirit, be the push for yourself first, then blast that energy out into the world. Be the ball bounce and the ankles breaking. Be the sound and fury of team existence. Be your own high five. Dance when the world is singing. Stand up and speak out against violence to those who walk in the shadows. Be open to new experiences. Be unapologetically brilliant. Be the boss and the employee. Be the meek and the brazen. Be a spectacular somebody. that helps somebody spectacular make it through the day. And when you have said all that you can say, and when you have done all that you can do, then we want you to wait for the moon to rise and be gone until the sun decides to smile. And we need you to be up. We need you to be ready. We need you to be able. We need you to be now. We need you to be here because the Creatress has put you in this moment to be. And that be resonates through all of us. When you are ready, take your breath and be who we need you to be. Because be is a meditation unto thyself. Be is a meditation unto thyself. Be is a meditation unto thyself. It's a meditation. It's a meditation. My name is Zell Miller III. Chronicles of an Indigenous Offspring is at HydeParkTheater, 511 West 43rd Street. Pay what you can on Thursdays, 512-479-PLAY. Say I'm doing a non-payment reservation. I would love for you to come out. There's a lot of cool shit in the show. Big up the Toby Charles, my man Ed Koch. Joe B's in the building. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good evening. Give it up for Zell Miller, y'all. All right, so here's where I'm gonna get weird. I'm gonna give y'all a 5-minute break, but not yet. Not yet. How's everybody doing? How many people are still here? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Clap really loudly. Stand up. If you were sitting, stand up. No, stand up. It's okay. You're gonna stand up eventually. I'm not in the crosshairs of your personal decisions. Please stand up. Stretch a little bit. Oh, or not. Is he asking you to stretch up? Yes. All right. It's good to see y'all. Hey, someone waved. Shout out to the person that waved. All right, y'all. So we're gonna do another poem, and then we're gonna come to break. But that break is gonna be 5 minutes because I want to get the poets that signed up to come one more time on this microphone, and then we'll get out of here. How'd that sound? Y'all feel good? Did y'all stretch? How was the feature? Y'all enjoy that feature? Yeah! All right. So I'm gonna give it up to y'all can sit down now. Please be seated. I'm waiting for you, Michael. All right. Back to church. One more poem for this first round. Justin, you ready? So my best friend came back, talking about OGs from the Boston Slam community. And technically an OG. But yeah, we're gonna do one more poem.
Youngest OG ever.
Listen, there are like 7 OGs. Just stop lying. You've done enough poems in Austin to be called an OG.
If it's 10 plus years.
And I want you to clap for them because they bought paintings, they bought books, we got shows, we got so much homework for y'all, including my one request tonight. Introduce yourself to somebody.
Go to Austin Poetry Slam all in social media.
And also go to Austin Poetry Slam on all social media. And also, email LO Draft House and be like, if you guys are doing events, hire Edwin Maldonado Jr. There you go. All right, y'all ready for one more poem before the break? Woo! 4 people and the boss. Y'all ready for the next poem before the break? There you go. Like I told you, give it up for Jess Howard.
Your tattoos are dope. I'm so proud of you. New shit.
How to survive
Sorry.
How to survive a flashback. 1, let the wave break. Let it wash over you and recede. Your goal is not to fight it, it is to stay standing. So let the adrenaline run its course of your capillaries. Wait and breathe. 2, focus on what is real now. Change your sensory input. Jump in a pool, walk in a freezer, listen to a song, pet a cat, do something. It differentiates now from the memory and hold fast to it. Breathe. 3, admit the pain is real. 5, admit the pain is real. Denying that memories control your current experience does not change the fact that they are hurting you. You cannot remedy those hurts while stuck chafing under the indignity of their existence. It happened. Living in the why of it is not helpful in this particular moment. I am not denying that there is real catharsis to be found, only refuting that now is the time for reflection. You're bleeding. There are things that can wait until the stitches are in. 7, drink a glass of cold water. Breathe. Again, slower this time. 11, if possible, if you're into that sort of thing, hug or be hugged. 13, move your body. Take a lap. Do some jumping jacks. Get the shakes out. They cannot sustain themselves. 17, count prime numbers. Prime number is only divisible by itself and 1. You are a prime number. These memories are not divisible. There is no applicable exorcism. There is no save to load. Just a continuous whole that has to move forward anyway. So let's count them. With your mind, chew the math instead of your guts. Prove each one. 17 is not divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 doubled is too much. I am not divisible from this. I am whole as I am. 19, there is no such thing as a person who is inherently broken. And it is never too late to come back. 23, be patient. I know it's patronizing. I know it's awful. I know that your palms are studded with broken glass and you're picking them out one sliver at a time. I know you're shoving shards further into one hand while you bend to pull the pieces out of the other. But I swear, eventually, the edges soften. The oceans of time and grief will wear them down, and you will learn how to carry the sea glass in your pockets. The weight will never leave you, but most of the sharp edges can. 29, when it's over. Because eventually it does have to be over. Take a moment to center yourself in the present. It doesn't need to be gratitude. Spite works really well too, but take a beat to remember that this is not all that you are. And it isn't even close to all you'll ever be. And keep going.
Now go to the bathroom. Leave if you want to be rude. Buy me a drink, and I will see you in one song. Because we want to get out of here at 9:30, and I promise everybody will go twice or 3 times. So I'm going to play a song, and y'all are going to clap while I walk off the stage, because it's like really awkward right now. So clap for me turning on music so y'all can go pee.
You in, Mike? Stick around. So I got Teresa, Jess, Michael Hatcher, Jim Trainer, Element 615, and Mike Whaley. That's it for the second round. Yes, I'm yelling. That's it. I mean, some people gotta, show up at the end of the first round, read a poem, and then leave at the half. Like if Togo wasn't late, if Togo was not, I'd have been pissed. Like, come on. I mean, Mike showed up on time, right? Mike showed up and looked for the.
I mean, you only get better by listening to other people, right?
Let's not go there. That's too much. That's too much to ask.
If you want an audience, you gotta be an audience.
Yeah. I'm glad we see this. I'm glad. I appreciate it. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you. Follow up.
Yeah. Thank you. Busy. Yeah, crowded. Yeah, the first 2 were pretty packed. Yeah, I wasn't here the second one, but I was watching it online. I could hear all the yeah. And then what happened? Yeah. Yeah. Well, last week, those were upstairs. But I'm hoping to be summer. That might be it. Oh, I'm wondering if that's what it is. Is people are in the finals or dealing with planning and stuff like that. Maybe that's
I feel like I have a lot of that going. No school, but just in here with everyone else.
If it's not balanced, it's not right.
Thank you. I'll see you. Next week I'm dragging like 3 people.
Yo, shout out to everybody that said, hey, I'm leaving. And that was one person. I got rounds like that. Oh, man. It's like the thing, right? We do the halftime, and then where do they go on a Wednesday? Today's Wednesday, right?
Yep.
I mean, what are you doing on a Wednesday? Bed. They went to, don't get me started. Don't get all dressed up. You won't fucking go to Mueller. And you'll be like, 9 o'clock. I need to watch the show. Like, I would have been home on ChatGPT just playing Dungeons and Dragons games. Yeah, man. Shout out to me. I'm doing Star Wars adventures. I'm not even doing D&D. I'm just doing Star Wars. All right. I've been tracking the bathroom. I don't think there's anyone in the bathroom that I care about.
Someone's gonna walk out and you're gonna feel like shit.
So we'll give them the end of the song. Have a good night, Christina. Thank you for showing me. Let's give it up for Christina. She's leaving. Clap it up for Christina. Because I'm going to talk trash once she closes that door. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Bye. So I got this thing, right? Poets that come to the open mic late. And they go, hey, man, can I go last? Or they go, can I go second to last? Like, Joe, you remember this. Just literally showing up like midway and saying, I would like to go 23rd. Okay. And then they always leave right after they read. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to do some poems. Yeah, that's all right. Can either of y'all press pause on my song so I can do some introductions? Joe, you ready? Yeah. So speaking about poets that I love and care about, I'm going to summon one of my favorites. Look, there's like 7 of us here. And all of y'all online, there are literally 2,000 people in this room. It's so quiet because I'm a great host. But yeah, let's give it up for, can I just call you Joe? Let's give it up for Joe.
So real quick, clap if you make somebody beautiful. No. Okay. This just in. We regret to inform you that regardless of what you may have heard, it is not the revolution if you plan on going to work tomorrow. It is not the revolution if it improves your viewing experience in 8K available next day, telling you it's on the way with notifications. It will not be encapsulated in a 30-second to 3-minute clip meant to do more than derail your train of thought on a really prepackaged reality show with cameras following people that are clearly not actors. It is not the revolution all you can do is dance to it. If you binge watch, it tells you what to do with your body. It's not the revolution if all you do is scroll, troll, and take cheap shots from the top of the soapbox with a long-range rifle loaded with words weaponized in the low-caliber bullets made from confirmation bias, all riding very tall speed. It will not be all they are talking about on social media. It will be all that we are talking about when it is time. It is not the revolution if it's just heavy-handed, passive-aggressive words meant to belittle you and make you feel guilty about whatever the fuck they are talking about. You will not be able to just repost If the most you did was pass it along without verifying, if all you did was like and share, I do not care if you tagged in or got an invite, you will not be able to quarterback from either the armchair or the porch. If all you are is mad, stay at home. Change requires more than a tantrum. If you only came to burn with no intention to build, stay home and catch a bubble. It will not be rapid fire platitudes, right-wing gaslighting, or weed-induced theory of any kind. Wolf tickets will not be sold. If those people and females are often used in your vernacular, your presence is not necessary. There will not be up-to-the-minute commentary given by slanted news figures paid in full to give us half a story, which is all you needed to sit still and point a finger anyway. It is not the revolution if it can be televised, polarized, compromised, built on lies, hypersexualized, merchandised, romanticized, bastardized, blue screen filtered for your eyes are available in just your size. It will not be quotable, downloadable, or available on Audible in case you needed something to Netflix and chill to. If you walk around us but you quiet when Charlie come around, if you just loud and reactionary, you are not a revolutionary. We don't need you if your favorite distraction is telling people that they are easily distracted. It will not be your favorite pundit vying for attention and setting opinion dressed in facts so very bright you can't even see the truth. If you think one person will do it for you, take a few bullets or nails for your sake, only for you to get pissed that you ain't got their birthday off next year. Suffice it to say, freedom does not fit on a wish list. It's not something you can just want to want. If history has taught us anything, it takes what we don't want to happen, what we need to happen to take place. So if you don't know what that gasoline and styrofoam do, if you only plan for yours, if yours don't include mine, if the children aren't somewhere safe first, if you got no love in your heart, if solidarity ain't in your vocabulary, if you have no idea what to do next, if you fail to realize nature hates a vacuum, if you plan on living through it, if you are not willing to stare down a loaded gun without one in your hand, if it means that somebody else got to live, if you didn't do everything you could with the pen or your voice before you picked up a pistol, if it doesn't start in your mind and inspire you to do something outside of it, if it doesn't see to it that the seed of change does not die dormant within you, I am sorry, but it is not the revolution.
Michael Hatch, you ready? Listen, we all want to hear some more poems, so we're just going to get to the next poet.
Do the poem.
Michael Hatch, yo.
Woo! Do the poem.
The first time I smoked weed
Amen.
was 2005.
Oh, so
The
late.
Green Priestess and I exchanged ghosts until we both were full. Her kisses, a prelude in a story about thick gray smoke. Hello, Miss Darky Wade. The purest of products, she exposed my red flags and insecurities. That same summer, she lit my fingertips on fire so I could find the light in a cloudy room, and I did. I did. Somewhere between the terpenes and purple rose petals, I had to learn the way to love. See, back then, I inhaled her neck and shoulders first. There was music in the mundane, so our conversations were filled with violins and wind instruments. She forced me to find my breath, forced me to exhale everything I took in. We were the only ones who could empty each other. Her scent, an aphrodisiac, her flower, fodder for the fire, from my car to the living room to the carousel. By 2008, we were only communicating in the nude and palm to palm. By 2009, we were back to rolling each other to kill our boredom. Put my baby in a backwoods and held her down.
Come on.
12. We put the best part of skin-to-skin contact in a grinder, and we twisted our wrists until we both felt better. You could say she saved my life. Let me split her home from chin to toe until there was no tobacco left. I took a scalpel to my better half and carved out a different future. Wish us the best of luck. It's the happy side of codependency, the part where you and your partner are close enough to share a bloodstream. You see, the did. The clock strikes 5:30 and these thumbs strike big lighters. The clock strikes 9 o'clock and the ceiling is sliding into the carpet. I hope no one is disappointed in me. She's a Schedule 1 North Star, and I'm just trying to navigate this life. Sometimes she is the only one with the bandwidth to stop the bleeding. I know I should have left her 1,000 times, but most men are made of heavy metal, and her bed is a magnet. If she could find a needle in a haystack, and she could find these tulips in a bouquet, she kisses me until we are pain-free. She drags me to the doorway of nirvana. It's a thin line between this life and the next, and I've never been able to cross either threshold without crying. Sometimes we spend entire nights mourning our favorite memories. It only makes sense that these solar-powered souls want to sleep under the stars while I am outside. And I am not okay. But I hope to be in a minute. I hope she's ready to fly.
Impressive. That's what's up. Yo, Jim, you ready? Yeah. We're gonna keep it going. Jim Trainer, and then Mike Whalen, and then Teresa Johnson, and then Jess Howard. How'd that sound? The one person that said yeah. Clap it up for Jim Trainer.
Love y'all.
Love you too.
Doing a book in a couple of weeks. Love to see it. I'm gonna send this out to Joe B, because we all know Joe B is the truth.
Yeah.
You can keep this recording now.
Okay, I just checking.
Thank you, Tony. Gods of devotion make you think you're seeing diamonds in broken glass, punch you drunk till you're staggering up the thin air, till you're lean, till your love is clean, till your hate is clean. The beast of your past, the voice of karma, the stinking yoke of history, all make for a thrust and blush. There wasn't ever any truth. Those bastards stood on our fathers' backs too long. You get to hearing their voices, and you stand up and you answer back that this day is the day, and these nights cathedrals. You break through when you realize there wasn't a chance. You didn't need one.
This is why I love open mics, man. I'm just gonna take full tonight. Every that showed up because of me. Y'all clapped because of me.
Exactly.
Zell Miller did a great job because of me.
Exactly.
And Mike Whalen is literally going up next because of me.
What?
So let's clap it up for Mike Whalen one last time. You're welcome, Jack.
I love it here. It's my favorite.
This is called Michael P. Whalen's Finishing School for Nerds. I would like to welcome this year's freshman inaugural class to Michael P. Whalen's Finishing School for Nerds. Hello, nerd. I see you.
Hey, man.
I see your Magic the Gathering nights and your old school video game tournaments and your sweet cosplay events, and you're louder than you ever are. You laugh bigger than you ever allow yourself to laugh from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. Your spine grows erect. You wantonly swear like someone who wants to be sworn. You are home in your tribe. You abandon your fear and shed your shame. You finally make eye contact and unleash the smile you hold in all day long. Like a graffiti artist without any talent, you find release in merely proving you exist. With that said, these are the worst years of your life. Believe me, these are the worst years of your life. Don't let them define you. Junior year of high school in social studies class, I asked a friendly, kind, unkempt nerd, dude, I said in the early 90s, why don't you comb your hair? With a suffocating honesty beaten into him by 11 years of pure humiliation, he responded, what's the point? 17 years later, I found him on Facebook, and he still never combed his hair. He's been that guy ever since. High school defeated him. So here at the Finishing School for Nerds, lesson number 1 is to never give up. It's okay to like the stupid shit you do. Play your Pokemon. While away your hours filing away your comics. Display your 100% perfect collection of G.I. Joe Zartan and the dreadnought
What?
action figures in the glass cabinet in your living room.
Let's
Make
go.
it. Own it. It brings you some sense of joy. So don't deny yourself that. Maybe there's some paradox of low self-esteem chickens who find solace in stupid shit.
Let's
Or
go.
eggs who learn stupid shit and hatch to become nerds. It doesn't matter. Go proudly eBay your Robotech VHS tape. Flowchart the Boba Fett lineage. Your live action roleplay is both one, totally uncool, and both totally fascinating.
Yes.
And both those things. And don't be so sarcastic. You're not the smartest guy in the room. People don't pick on you because they're intimidated by your intelligence. People pick on you because they're assholes.
Come
If
on.
your only defense in trying to make other people feel dumb when they talk to you, then you will succeed in not having people talk to you, and you will earn your life of bitter isolation, sweatpants, and Haagen-Dazs. Just because other people suck doesn't mean you have to too.
Come
One
on.
final message in this morning's orientation: give a fuck.
Come
Your
on.
Sailor Moon t-shirt, totally awesome.
Yes.
Your Sailor Moon t-shirt with the ketchup stains, not so awesome. Shave, comb your hair, wear clean clothes. It's not that hard. There's a medium between being that guy versus that guy. Try, motherfucker, try. You like lazy people? Of course not. So don't be one. Give a fuck. All right. Now get out of here and don't be late for your introduction to locker room self-defense class.
Aren't you glad we stayed? I swear, this is why I love open mics.
Oh man.
Okay, if y'all play Marvel Snap, I will bust your ass in the parking lot. So
What is
shout out to the
happening?
nerds. Anybody playing Marvel Snap?
I didn't even know that was a thing. Good God.
All right. Teresa, you ready?
Yeah, of course.
So my favorite thing
We have a
is,
poet that wants to go again. I'm gonna put her name down.
do they want to go now? Who is it? Who wants to go up?
Don't you? Don't.
The person who said I'm done for the night.
She said she done, but she not.
Listen, I do a
I
good
told
job, and I go around and I communicate during poems
I
in an
told you who
ungroup
has
way,
an
right?
interest fee in this.
Right. And I did come
Women
by and
with
ask you,
especially
right?
black women.
Right. And I'm trying to get out of here at 9:30, right? Right.
I gotta see a man
Listen.
about a dog. We gotta be out by 9:30.
Listen,
We gonna be out.
3 more poems. I fucked it with you.
3 more poems. That's it.
So Ryan?
And you got her name right. Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I don't
Look
hold
at
grudges.
you. Give it up for our host tonight, Mr. Edwin Maldonado.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go back to back to back.
Yes.
Correction. How do I group 3 female
Let me
bodies
see.
without considering all genders?
Let me see.
Just
Let me see.
call
What you
them
got? What you got?
people.
What's the
Yeah,
name?
that's what's up.
Ooh,
that's
just
what's
call
up,
the
that's what's up.
people.
Listen, I'm a 44-year-old Puerto Rican. I gotta ask my friends how the fuck to introduce my other
That's-
friends.
I'm
So,
happy we're
We're gonna
around.
have 3 people show up back
3
to back.
humans.
to
They're
back.
human beings. Human, we know
Saria,
that.
Soraya,
They're
that
not
was
lizard
intentional.
people.
Teresa, all right, and Jess Howard, all
Yes,
right.
Howard. Yeah.
Yo, can y'all just look at all the paintings over there?
Yeah, I'm about to take
At least 2 of y'all need to go buy some paintings. Maybe y'all next poet. Let's give it up for Soraya.
Hey y'all, so I'm back again. So this poem I wrote like 2017. So.
Old shit.
Oh shit. Lies must taste sweet on the lips of men. Like your lips taste sweet on mine, like I'd rather go blind than to lose another friend. You fell in love with the ideal of a project. And you project it on everyone you see. So when I laugh, you thought this is what it means when soulmates meet. The greetings in the eyes, the hellos and the goodbyes. That's why I collect jars. one for the tears and the other one for the scars. And I write your I love yous in the books of lies where so many promises were kept, where so many in the winds. And next time I see the ocean, I try not to remember you. I try to sleep you off like a bad dream. I write poetry without your name, but you hear the pain in my voice and they'll question who hurt you so, who hurt my soul, who lied to you where you can't even trust yourself. Lies must taste sweet on my lips because you told me so many. I question myself because if karma was my friend, then why'd she have to be such a bitch? And when he asks why love no longer holds any value, why I miss you sounds like I soon forget you, why my eyes still have tears, why my heart has an impenetrable shield, I'll say it's because my lips taste like lies. But sadly, I've gotten quite fond of the taste. Or maybe I'm just addicted to the taste of men that I no longer trust.
This poem is new.
Paris,
Paris, Prince of Troy, was given a golden apple inscribed with the phrase, "To the fairest one." The goddesses Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite each claimed she should receive the apple and offer Paris bribes to choose her. Because Aphrodite bribed Paris with a marriage to Helen of Sparta, the most beautiful woman in the world, Paris chose Aphrodite. Taking the wife he was promised started the Trojan War and led to the burning of Paris' city. The golden apple reads, "The lowest wages since the Great Depression. You must decide where it goes. One goddess is homelessness. One goddess is living with your parents. One goddess is an apartment you can't afford. You have to pick one. One goddess is an entry-level job for barely minimum wage. She bribes you with security. One goddess is a hustle in the gig economy. She bribes you with spot bonuses. One goddess is going back to school. She bribes you with long-term earning potential. You have to pick one. The goddesses will tear you apart if you don't. You did not choose to make this choice. The gods who put you in this position are unkind. One goddess is cooking at home. High cost of produce and time, but high nutrition. One goddess is ordering DoorDash. High cost of fees, but low effort. One goddess is skipping dinner again. You have to pick one. Your choice could kill Applebee's. One goddess is maxing out your credit card and raising your credit limit. One goddess is paying off your card and lowering your credit score. One goddess is laughing at you. The gods are all laughing at you. You did not choose to make this choice. It's not your fault. The apple is so rare. One goddess is a reliable car and a car payment. One goddess is an unreliable car and frequent repair bills. One goddess is an unreliable public transit system. Your choice could start a war in your bank account that could kill your whole family. The myth is called the Judgment of Paris. Not because Paris made a judgment call, but because we all feel entitled to judge Paris for his decisions. The gods have put you in this position. You did not choose to make this choice. All you wanted was a beautiful life, but no matter what you choose, someone powerful will hate you for it, and your city will burn.
The constellation Orion was named after the hunter of Greek mythology. Except Greek mythology considers the guy in the constellation as one and the same, and him being made into the constellation might have been a punishment, or a reward, or a warning to future heroes. Anyway, the point being, no one agrees on the story. We just know it exists in all its forms. We know the best way to tell the pieces, even when they don't quite match, especially when they don't quite match. We are all just a bunch of pieces that don't match. Sometimes I think my heart is a jigsaw puzzle. Cut into 7,000 pieces, but in no way broken, pieces that inevitably get left behind every time I pack them up to take them somewhere new. Every time you tell a story, you leave a piece behind and pick up something new. My grandmother has a little plaque that says, "Home is where the heart is." If this is true, then my heart is in the sky, and home is wherever I can see it, because Orion is the only constellation I know. Stars are inhumanely constant, and those ones have stood for thousands of years. They can wait a little longer for me. If hearts are jigsaw puzzles, then whole hearts are the ones that haven't done anything yet. Still in crisp cardboard and fresh shrink wrap, Never found solace in stars because like all they see is the empty space between them. Never had any stories to tell for fear of the ending. A whole heart is the one who always thought the point was not to lose any pieces. The point is to have a picture.
Come on.
Connect the dots. The constellation
Let's go,
Orion is
Jess.
a series of 7 dots that somehow is supposed to be a guy with a club. The point of a story is to leave pieces behind so that someone else can pick them up. If home is where the heart is, then there is nothing magical about plywood and drywall. Home is the feeling you get when you walk through the door. It is the knowledge that there will always be stars above, no matter where you are, no matter where we are. Whenever my family tells a story, competing versions are shouted all at once. What you learn is that the story itself is only part of the point.
Yes.
The fact that you're telling it is just as important. Home is the stories you tell, because the stories you keep telling, that's where your heart is.
So yeah, man, my name is David Mark Cohen, Jr. Thank you all for staying, for real. Have a good night. Say hi to somebody. Jim's got books. Jess has got books. I have a belly that needs at least one more shot of whiskey.
At least. I got
And
you.
for all of you online, yeah, I have a goatee now. All right, y'all. Good night.
And the live is off.